Well, welcome to the real questions, real answers with real people like Tammy Williams and Dianne Ojar. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Tammy.
Hello. Welcome Wednesday to you.
Girl, we have a show. We have a show. But first, why don't you just quickly introduce yourself?
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you so much for that, Deanne. You always pass it right over to me so quickly, but we're coming back to you. My name is Tammy Williams. I'm a mom of three, an entrepreneur and business consultant, and I help in a lot of different areas. Especially, I have a fondness for women, giving them strategies and connecting to the people who are out there on the streets, in the field, with all things to do with real estate. And I do have a love for future industries, which we know the internet is changing everything, which involves cryptocurrency. And of course, we always have to add the residual income, passive income, which is more prevalent and important than ever before. So, yeah, and I still make my husband's lunch.
Yes, that is the most important thing. You still make God lunch. That's correct. Well, thank you for
Yes,
that.
he thinks so. He thinks so. He thinks so too. Forget about everything else he says. Just say you make your husband's lunch. That's how I should introduce myself from now on.
And that says a lot, definitely. And thank you, everyone. My name is Dianne Ojar, and of course, I am the president and CEO of Olive Media Network, as well as the experiential coach, which is your experiential coach. And we love to work with people with my NLP background, my Dow Hands practitioner, work with entrepreneurs. Of course, I'm a radio, TV, author, you name it, I have those hats. And I can help you do that the same. So, in saying that, we don't want to spend the whole day. People get to know us as we go along. But tell me, this show really is about people sending in real questions. We giving us answers as best as we can, and we're real people. That's where, and I would like everyone to catch us on the replay and share with your friends. And definitely, there's a very interesting question. Just go straight to the questions. I mean, that's what we're here for. So the first question we have here, which when I saw the question, I was like, hmm, is this really a question?
It's a real question from a real person.
No, I know
This
it's
is
a
your
real
first time.
question for a real person, but I'll let you start.
Well, which question are you referring to? Because we have quite a
Oh,
few.
sorry. The first question is it okay to leave a voice print or is it weird to leave a voice print? First of all, we have to define what a voice print is for people who don't know what a voice print is because I had to make sure I
Yes,
knew what it was.
yes. So that question from Kara, interesting
Kara,
enough.
thank you, Kara.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kara, for that. Her question is asking, is it okay to leave a voice print or is it weird? And so if you have Instagram and if you have Facebook, there is a feature which is a microphone you can tap on to leave an actual voice print, which in the text world it's a voicemail, right? Um, and the question she's asking, is it weird? Is it okay? I like to think, first of all, if you have a nice voice, it won't be weird. Second of all, I like to preface any voice print, usually, look, you're looking around, I like to preface
No, I'm
any
thinking.
voice print.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking
What
because
is
I'm
your voice,
thinking.
honey?
No, I'm thinking. Well, first of all, I sound like a chipmunk sometimes. Don't ask me if I get through the radio and the TV part of it. But I'm thinking, if you have a nice voice, why would you not just want to leave a voicemail? And second of all, does everybody voice is transcribed or what's the word I'm looking for into a male voice? Whether you're female
Well,
into a male?
the whole thing, yeah, well, the whole thing about the voice print, my answer to Kara is always preface the voice print with some kind of a text first. Because if you haven't had contact with the person or you haven't liked on any of their posts, it may come across as a little weird. And also, too, keep in mind that not everybody's messenger will be audible for them to hear it. I had that happening very times. People will say to me, it's not audible. They couldn't hear someone's message. So I do like to say, first of all, you want to say, hello, Deanne. I'm going to send you a voice print because I have so much to say and it's going to be too much in a text. That's how I would start off and then do the voice print. Now, the beautiful thing about the voice print, you can delete them if you don't like, and I would actually listen to your own message, but make sure when you are leaving a message, you're adding some value to the person. You know, make sure that you're referring to something that you've seen on their post, and don't just get into your reason why you're reaching out to them, if that makes sense. People want to have contact with people more and more. This whole social media is making that personal contact get lost. And the real reason of a phone is to connect with people. So you can use it to your advantage. The voice. I love the voice prints, as a matter of fact. Several people, we do this all the time. It's quicker than typing, and you don't have to worry about making a mistake if you're typing, which some people will judge you if you spelled the word wrong, like here or this, and you missed a period or a comma. That's the beautiful thing about the voice print. So it's not weird. I think you also have to make sure you have something to relate to the post or something in the message to let them know you're going to send them a voice print, are they in a place that they can hear it. So that's my answer. It's a long answer. I hope that helps you. And I wanted to tell you, she actually sells, oh yeah, she sells jewelry. Yeah, she makes her own jewelry. She sells jewelry. She also helps people, like autistic children. That's what her two disciplines are.
Oh, lovely, lovely, and we appreciate the work that you do. She does. See, my English is not even that great these days. And she's a
Don't leave out my
philanthropreneur.
voice print.
We all philanthropreneur. That's the new terminology I have for myself and everybody else. We're philanthropists and we're entrepreneurs. Philanthropreneur, and that is a real word, by the way. Okay. So I appreciate what you do. And here's the thing about philanthropy and what you do and giving back. It's not all about money. It's time and energy as well. So even doing things like that and paying it forward. So we congratulate you. Definitely, definitely, we congratulate you for that. And before we go to our next question, Tammy, oh well, let me give you my part of that. Oh yes. So my take on that is, Tammy is a fan of voice prints. Let me think about that. Tammy is not usually a fan of a lot of things. So now I have to think about Tammy loves using voice prints. So whatever happened to the phone and like on Facebook and so forth, Messenger, you just talk and you hear my voice. Like, hello? Or I mean, there's certain apps now I don't know much of all the like Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be, but I don't know. I didn't realize that most of these apps, or they're apps to begin with, actually sort of the voice changes. It's not your voice. So if I really like someone and I like their voice, it doesn't mean I don't get to hear their voice. I hear somebody else, a generic, automated, not real AI type of voice. So I don't get to hear your sexy voice. So I could picture your sexy face, Miss Tammy.
No, when
Is
I
that what
leave
you're
you a
telling
message,
me?
it's my voice. No, when I leave you a message, it's my voice.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you say if it's your voice? Because what I heard, there's an AI voice, or there's another
Yes.
voice that's translated in that sense. So maybe I'm missing something here. Educate me, please. Because all the voice messages, is it only a certain apps, or is it basically another apps as well?
Yeah, I believe that certain apps, and I don't suggest using an app for your voice change because it's like having a different picture of you and then you have a Zoom meeting
Thank
or
you
you meet
very
the person
much.
in person.
Thank you very much. I want to picture. I don't. I want to hear the message. I want to listen and say it's Tammy, and I'm thinking, whose voice is this? It could be a stalker. Listen, it's over here somewhere. I wrote the book about identity theft and fraud. There's about
Yeah,
romance fraud. There's little crazy people in here, and I'm telling you, if that happened, I would have just like, what? Who is this fraudster or terrorist want to come behind me? I'm not kidding you. I'm seriously. It's like when you said to me before, it's like somebody connects with you and they don't have a picture. Like you can't
yes.
see personal. I don't want an automated voice. I want your voice. So anybody who has to contact me, I want your voice. Okay? Plain and simple. It's better you send me a message because I would be thinking, what I would actually probably call in and say, what's wrong with your voice? So why did you couldn't leave a message? That's probably what I would do. So, but what it's doing, it's taking the personal out of all of this. Technology is great, but then you can't replace it too much with other things. It just, you lose that
Mhm.
connection, that rapport. Is it really
Yeah.
that you can't pick up the phone and leave a message for somebody on a voicemail that you have to use a voice print? To me, that's, I don't know. It's like you saying, with people connecting with people in different ways and emails. This is the same thing, more or less. It's just so impersonal as far as I'm concerned. That's just my view. I guess I
Yeah.
really
No.
haven't come across many of them. I didn't hear them at all that I was really conscious of, per se, because I don't really answer my phone if I don't recognize a person or recognize something. And maybe I don't have as many friends as you, Tammy, or so as popular as you. That's probably what it is. I don't know.
No, you know what? I agree with you 100%. The reason why I like the voice prints, Kara, and anyone that's listening is because in a text message, they can't hear your energy. They can't hear your enthusiasm. They can't hear your passion. But on the voice print, they can hear. And there's a lot of people that read into a message that's being sent, as well as the person that's sending the voice message. So even if we don't think that it's being looked at, there are people that are doing that on a regular basis. So I definitely love the voice print because how many times have you received a message even on your cell phone and the person said, please give me a call back, Deanne. It's really important, and I just look forward to speaking with you. Then you have, oh my goodness, Deanne, you will not believe this. I have got to talk to you. Call me back right away. Like, whose message are you going to? Which one? The first one, the second one?
Well, you know me. I'm always a person. I'm all about energy. I used to have a couple of friends, one in particular. Message gets lost in translation, whether it be a text message, an email, or something, because you don't know when that person will ever read it. And if they probably had a bad day. And of course, you don't know what tone I'm saying it in. And it's usually very loving and very kind and caring. And then maybe a couple of days, and I was like, and I'm like, I have said this so many times to people. Where did you see this? Where did you get this? How did you even get to this point? All I said was this. So texting and emailing and so forth is always not the best option for some people. Don't get me wrong, Kara. It may have its place in business if the person that you're responding to is accustomed to it and is okay with it. It's fine. But generally speaking, you don't want to if you're having a relationship, building a relationship, because it's all about relationship building with someone who don't know you, and you need this sort of automated sound. Um, to me, it's just a turn off. So, and for those who is actually, joining us right now, please do catch us as well. Not dismissing it. I'm just saying everybody have their preference. And if Tammy said she loves it, well, I gotta go back and figure this out because Tammy, again, if Tammy loves it, we'll know. I want to shout out to our sponsors, Leonard. Of course, real estate, we had him on before, and Jackie, she was notable wealth management. And I want to also say to someone who is very dear to me, you guys have to go. And this is the Willow Spring Winery. See, Tammy, Willow Spring Winery. That's straight, and they're up in Stouffville. I mean, all award-winning wines. But I don't drink wine. I have a lot of wine, but I don't drink wine. However, I drink
Party
the
at Deanne's
ice
house. Are
wine.
you saying that you're having a wine tasting at your house?
There's a lot of things I have in my house, but the ice wine is the bomb. I'm telling you,
Wow.
it's a tester brand. Their ice wine, if you've never had their ice wine, definitely. Tell me, I believe you did taste their wine. You didn't taste their ice wine, but I believe you tasted their red wine at an event you were attended. If you did drink the wine at Willow Spring there when they were sponsor to one of the events we had. But you have to check them out. And the owner is Sheridan Hung. Amazing guy, amazing his staff. It's a beautiful little place on a spring, but definitely he is a gentleman who is a entrepreneur. Definitely. So I want to shout out to them because they've always been so great to everything I've done everywhere, and they deserve that. But I'm telling you, it's worth the drive to Stouffville. I'm not kidding you. I don't care
Wow.
where you live. It's worth, and they do also ship internationally as well. So definitely. But yes, Tammy, I got a lot of wine, and I give away a lot of wine because I don't drink wine.
Well, you never
All the
gave any
ice
to
wine.
me yet.
I
I have to
collected
get
it.
you.
Really? Well, I don't give away
Where's
like that.
mine?
But what's that?
I
Sorry?
see you all the time. You never give me one.
I use this for more promotional, so forth.
Well, I'm a
Well,
promotion.
give a
Consider me
promotion.
a promotion.
Come- you might just drink the bottle and forget about me and the promotion. So we have another question. The
Yes,
other
we do. We
question
have to
comes
send
from
Kara a
Kevin.
gift card. Kara, thank you so much, Kara. We'll be sending you
That's
a
correct.
Tim Hortons gift card for your question. Thank you so much for that.
There's a gift card. So this is Kevin's question. How do you respond on social media when someone see your message and didn't respond? Tammy, I know your social media. How is the word I'm
Mm.
looking for? Critique. How
Hmm.
do you respond when someone on social media sees your message and just ignores you? Now,
This
in
is a
all
really tough.
fairness, but it's all fairness, before we go there, the algorithms on social media is not the best. That's number one. Because I know a lot of people, if I put a picture of myself, I would get a better response. If I put something else to do with anything else, forget it. So I know that's one problem that we have. Okay. What is it? I don't know what percent of less than 1% or not even 10% and so forth, whatever the statistics are. But the point is, so they may not have even seen it. Now, are you talking about an instant message or are you talking about on a post? So we have to define it a little bit
No,
more.
this was referring to Messenger.
Oh, instant messenger. Okay. So again, let's say hypothetically, one, there's many factors. One, and you will confirm this. And first of all, have you had a conversation with them recently? Number two, are you spamming them? Are you inviting them to an event that you haven't spoken to them or say happy birthday to them to begin with? Is you don't know what mood they're in. You don't know what part of their life they're in. There's a time when I pretty much just hid from everybody, and except for Tammy. The Tammy knew how to find me. But the list goes on and on. So, but again, it depends on what the conversation is. And if it's a conversation with Tammy and myself, Tammy would many times would say, put these gifs, are you there? Now, mind you, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Okay. But you understand what I'm saying, and there's more. So, what is your take on it?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it depends on the situation. Like sometimes people, they're not on Facebook 24 hours a day. So I believe in giving a person time to respond. Usually, I like to say 48 hours or so. And if you see that individual posting and liking because you have mutual friends on other people's posts, and you notice that they're obviously not interested in what you're sharing with them. So there's a couple of ways of going to it. In a very casual way, I usually just reach out and, hey, Deanne, I know that you're busy, just like all of us are, but I see that it looks like you've seen my message here. I just want to make sure it came through on your side. Did you have any questions for me? How can we connect, continue on? And then, of course, if they don't respond as well, and they see that message, another 3 or 4 days come, I just leave that person. Let them be there, and that's about it. Because each one of us are very unique. You have something special inside of you, and I don't know exactly what you're offering, but I do know that you're a professional business person. So I would think that maybe the time is not right for them. Maybe they don't even know how to respond to what you've asked, and maybe you don't have enough relationship. You might have to do more on their social media posts for them to actually get a little bit more comfortable with you, especially if it was your first, 2 times. The other thing about it is like Just think of social media almost as one of the tools that you're using to present yourself and your business. It's only one tool. Like you're not going to spend all of your hours, working hours on social media. You have many other ways. And if you're a friend of that individual's, it's also to see what kind of you've been doing on their post, pardon me. Maybe you're not posting or commenting on theirs. So now you're sending them a message. They're probably thinking, well, this guy or girl hasn't even done anything on my, why am I going to respond? And then also to just think about the value that you might be adding or maybe not. And it's just about timing. So yeah, just keep going. Just keep going. Gabby, someone also asked more detailed, and I didn't get to add that. He actually wanted to know something more about marketing with emails because you and I do marketing campaigns for companies. He wanted to know how did he get a much more better response from email marketing. So that was part of that question, but I didn't know if we are going to have enough time for that.
Okay,
He
well,
wanted to use two Tim cards.
let's just get back to this in particular. There is one particular person. I'll give an example. Um, they got connected in one of these groups and said, "Would you like such and such?" And so forth. Sure, why not? But what happened was they have several coaches, and this one young man, he's younger than me, so he's a young man, who just keep messaging me and messaging me because they want to actually have these free coaching sessions. I've said to him, I'm not, ready for it, and nonstop, and nonstop. I have phone calls that I block all the time. It's like every day I'm blocking numbers because there's another group where I get phone calls because again, with all these funnels and email marketing and all these sales pitch, all hours of the day and night. And they're sending it out. So what you do, I get text messages, I get phone calls, I get emails, I get everything. So what you do, you reach a point, you ignore them. If they can't say no, and when you're ready, now I'm not saying don't check in, but at one point in time, I think he was checking in. But at the beginning, it was like unbelievable. And there was a few people saying, you ready, you ready, you ready. Sometimes you're not. And if somebody just wants to view, you connect with them. I actually put a post on and I'll ask a question in a minute. And in 20, what was it, 2 days ago, and it literally blew up. And I said to them, can you share more stories? And if a lot of them were in a lot of, some of them were in pain and hurt. I said, okay, let me know, I can help you. But the point is, sometimes people are using these techniques. What are you laughing there? These little, okay, I don't know what she's laughing at. This is live, girls and guys. So some of these tactics, in order to just sort of give put you into, I don't even think of the word, and just attack. That's not that, I'm saying all the wrong words. But please, if you're going to connect with people, listen to, give them something to look at. If they're interested, they get back to you. But just don't use it as a port to get them to somewhere else in another group, and then boom. One girl actually I connected with, and she was very polite and say, "Would you mind doing such and such?" And I said, "Okay, no worries." And when we do it. But again, it's all these things. So maybe that's one of the questions why people are seeing it, or depends on how you present yourself and depends on your business. That question, Kevin, there's a lot more missing from it. Who is the relationship? Who is the person? Is it a friend? Or is it a business person? Or is it somebody who wants to hide from you? Because I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying just, scenario wise, that you want to sell them something, but they figure it's not selling, they figure it's not the right time. There's so many components to that question. Why we live that every day? Or just pick up the phone and call them or send them a message and say so forth and so forth and so forth. We don't know. These questions are very vague and very open unless there's a specific scenario to that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, are we good with that one? We got
That's a good one. Yes, for sure. And then he added on to his question about
yes.
How he can get responses with emails because he's using MailChimp, which is a phenomenal platform. He's also used Campaigner before. And so he's trying to figure out how he can get responses from that. He's got a list of like 3,000 or so. And he's automatically sending out emails to them almost every He mentioned in his message to me was twice a week he sends an email to people, but the
But
open rate.
But
Sorry.
wait, is it the same email he's sending, or is he changing it up, or is he putting a little bit more flavor to it, make it a little bit sexy? I'm going to use the word sexy, whatever I'm saying. It has to be attractive. Maybe you put a little video, maybe you put a little link, and say, maybe you missed this. But here's the thing about that. There's one particular group, one gentleman. Oh my God, I get a few emails per day from him. Per day. Per day. Did you see me? Per day. And he's the one that all these coaches taught me from all over the world.
Wait a minute. Did everyone hear that? Per day.
Per day. I get call. I told you I block the calls. It comes from any part of the world, local, foreign, because the numbers are you. It's like unbelievable per day. It is absolutely. And I've had other people who said they can't get rid of him because, again, it's the same thing as happened to them.
Get rid of him?
So I would say to you, like, seriously, you have to craft. The more personality you put into your email without being so generic and, that's going to work for you. Then maybe you should try doing a newsletter instead. Give them give them something, some kind of content, or educate them or be informative. I am really getting a little tired, and I know I'll probably end up doing that too. Not to that degree, believe me. I'm not here to spam people because I don't have the time. And you know what? I'm a person. If I don't like it for myself, I know I'm not going to do it to most. Obviously, I hope. I promise I would, but I hope so. But make it a little bit more personable. Put something in it, something different, something about you, something like the heading and everything. Or just don't go and do it. Go and learn something from some of the experts, which we did, and get in a really cool heading. Don't make it too long because people will just, like you said, the opening rate is, but how long would they stay on it? So if your eyes can glance on something for 10 seconds, hey, it depends on how fast a person reads. Because remember, a lot of people don't have that much time to read, especially when you get in so many emails. Many emails are delete because sometimes it's just, but I leave it there for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because I like to see when I wake up in the morning, I see a whole bunch of emails. I don't know. But definitely make it really personable, really. Try something different. Do something different. Test it. Test it on Tammy and I. Send us an email and see if we can do it.
Yeah, send us a copy of your email that
Tammy?
you're sending out, because there's to this, and that's why people work with Dianne and myself, because we see things differently. It's interesting how many consultations I've just had in the past 10 things that people were so proud of. And I think it's great that people are doing what they're doing. But when we have the consultation, I go down maybe 5 things and they're like, wow, I didn't see that. Wow, I didn't think that. No, I didn't think that. It's because you are the idea. You had the idea. You're the business owner. You're the entrepreneur, whatever that is. But there's certain skills that you're great at and there's some that you're not. And that's why people hire experts. The Bill Gates of the world, they hire people that are great in things that he isn't. You never see one person. Well, sometimes you do. Solopreneurs sometimes are trying to do everything, but they're not going to do their own accounting. They're not going to file their taxes themselves. No, most times they're not going to do their own creative marketing. They're not going to create their website.
No, not me. Not me.
Well, now you're you know what? We have to clone you. You're different. But
I am going to work on my new website. I am going to work on my new website with my team. Team.
And but guess what though? Even you, with your experience, you still seek other people. You don't take it on just yourself, because you don't have that much pride that you don't think that you know everything. You still message me, other people, to say, what do you think about this? Because you want it to be the best representation of you. That's what I'm referring to. So we can't be great at everything.
And then she gets mad at me
You get
saying,
mad.
did you
You get
send this
mad
to
at me.
other people? Did you ask other people as well? Well, I love her. I gotta say something and also this note. When I was writing this book, hey, and this is why they call it real questions with real answers from real people. So when I was writing this book, and I sent it to the editor, but he didn't edit it because he was too busy. So he sent it me to another phenomenal editor. And one thing, his name is Hans. And one thing Hans said to me is, he said to me, it's good. I said, but all I need to know is it the content, the meat and the potatoes of because a friend of mine prior said, I can hear the island twang because I had written it like you and I having a conversation. And I'm from Trinidad, so, I'm really layman's term, okay? But then he said something to me, which stuck in my mind, and I share this with you. Words of wisdom for today. You have to write for the other person, not for you.
That's right.
Everything on this book has to be for the other person. Everything you write in here has to be the other person because it has to feel like they can feel that in there. So when you're writing them an email, it has to have something like, is it solution oriented? Is it educational? What do you want to send out there? A little tidbit, something. It's not for you, it's for the other person. And it's trial and error. Just put yourself in their shoes. And I'll tell you a perfect example in a minute. Okay, so let's segue to this particular question. Do you have anything else to add on that before? Because I'm going to segue to the question I had put on
No,
that will fit into this.
the
So
main
maybe, go
the
ahead.
the main thing I want to leave everyone with answering his question is employ people who have strengths that you don't. And sometimes there's free seminars and webinars on all these type of topics. But to get into the meat and potatoes of it, it's really good to hire someone every once in a while to jump in and see what you're doing so that they can give you a tune up and that they can do their own diagnostic on what your business is in all the email and marketing you're doing. And that could be as simple as something every quarter you have someone come in to take a look at what it's almost like an audit, but it's an audit for your marketing campaign to see what's working. And that's the best way to do it because marketers get paid very, very well as a full-time career, but there's many people out there that offer consultations and free webinars as well as can be your marketing consultant. There's Deanne and myself right off the gate who would be willing to and more than welcome to help you with that and even give you some free tips if you reach out to one of us after the show here.
And
Okay.
we give. Sometimes we overgive, and you keep saying this, we overgive. But here's the thing about this. It's a mindset. I want people to understand this. You get what you pay for, plain and simple. If you continue, there's a lot of free. That's why I get emails as well because a lot of I'm going to say free because they say free, but it's complimentary. It's a better word to use because complimentary has a value to it. So I don't want to hear anybody keep saying free. Okay, complimentary. Your event a complimentary. I'm not kidding you. It's a mindset. But here's the thing: if you continue to want free, 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 you'll be broke, broke, broke. There's a point in time when you have to invest.
That
So
sounds like a song. Free, 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 broke, broke,
we're
broke.
gonna
Free,
we're
free,
gonna
free,
start
broke,
singing
broke,
soon.
broke.
But you understand what it be $100? You have to invest. Business money is a flow of energy. People's time is worth something. Everything your business is asking for the expert. Don't be the expert in everything. I am not the expert. Even when I do which I'm not a designer, but I started doing things, I would still ask people's opinion because if I like it, I want somebody else to see it. It doesn't matter. But they reach to a point if you do everything for free and want everything for free, then you might as well give away your business for free. I have known an organization. We spend a lot of money in trade. I have spent a lot of money. I'll let my family hear this. A lot of money to be where I'm sitting here today. I have paid it in time, I've paid it in energy, and I've paid it out of my bank account. I've invested in me. Have I been have ups and downs? Yes, you'll have ups and downs. But I'm telling you, you have to be educated about certain things. And I always say to people, if you don't know something, you don't have to know, but you at least have to have the intelligence to have a simple conversation with someone, and just don't go to someone and say, how do I do this? It's like going to the bank or a mortgage. Learn a little bit about your product, the product or service, or the person you're going to be speaking to. It depends on what it is, whichever context you can take it. That's plain and simple. So if you want free, you're going to be free. You're going to be stuck. It's plain and simple. It doesn't work that way. Investing in yourself and your business goes a long way. I'm not kidding you. So Tammy and I are for hire. That's all we can say. Okay. Hey, there we go, Tammy. That can be said. But I want to wrap it around.
You know what, Dianne? You know what? We could just answer every question. We can answer every question with that. Tammy and Dianne for hire. But we're so real. We're so real. We're giving them information.
Well, here's a question I added on the weekend. So I had this phenomenal, and I don't mean to talk so much, but I had this unbelievable. I'm a Dow Hands practitioner. I have some really cool energy tools I can use. That's a whole nother story. And if anybody needs some help and stuff, I'm there for you. Like I said, we're just here to get you to the next level. So we talked about there's 5 elements in the body. There's 5 elements. There's the wood, the earth, the fire, the water, and the metal. And the one that is intriguing that people start talking about, that they kept talking about my liver, and I was thinking, why do you keep talking about my liver? Here's the reason why. The liver is associated with the emotion anger. In NLP, that's the first emotion we deal with when we have something called timeline therapy, because I do that as well. And even with the elephant in the room and everything else. And we talked all weekend about the wood element, which is the liver and anger. And one of the questions I asked was, now I had posted something in this group before, and every time I post something, they'd never let it through. But this time, once it was like, and nobody really did anything. So I was like, I forget it. But I decided to bite the bullet this time. And I asked a question. Do you believe that anger can affect your business and your personal life? Well, oh my gosh, in 48 hours, it blew up. I still have to go back and answer the question and so forth. And usually here, and I met an amazing girl. I think she's my twin. We're going to be having a show. It's going to be unbelievable. But here's the thing. The answers, it has over 600 and something back and forth and likes. And I was like, what? This isn't 48 hours. But here's the thing. The reason why I come back to Kevin, the question, it's the question people are willing to share. And that was engaging to them. And they said they love the question because it's about anger. And some of them, they said, yes, absolutely. So I said, do you have a story to share? And some are sharing. But when they're doing that, they're also releasing. The reason I'm saying this to you is to make sure that your heading, your subject line is engaging to someone, that it hits them and say, whoa, I want to hear what Kevin has to say. As simple as that. It may not even have to do with your business. Because if you're in a relationship, it's not always about, other things. It's building that rapport and relationship. So research headlines, research topics, could be key topics. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of, I didn't see that coming, a lot of interaction or communication. A few people are saying that they're hurting right now and they want to talk. And it's like, okay, fine, let me know when you're ready. That's what engagement is about. All the courting and the foreplay before these things. Yes, don't ask me why I'm going on that road. And that's the thing, your business has to be sexy. I don't care people be scared of that word. It has to be attractive. So that's my answer to you, Kevin. That's my answer to Kevin. Make it engaging where you can teach them something.
Okay, perfect. So in respect of time, I think we need to finish up here now. So do you want to close this out for the day?
Well, I would love to. Okay, no, we had another question here, but we'll leave it for another time from Sue. I don't know if you want to
Yes,
address it.
yes.
You want to address it or leave it for another time?
No, leave it for another time because we're in
Okay,
respect of
lovely.
time.
Oh, lovely. We all have a very busy schedule here, but like again, some questions get a little bit deeper and some questions, so forth. So, but we do encourage you to send in your questions. We do encourage you to connect with us. We do encourage you to share with us. We do encourage you to reach out if you have any concerns and you want to find out more. And again, this just remember, we're not here to convince anyone. This is from our perspective. This is our opinions, our viewpoints. And if you like it, tell us you like it. If you want to find out more, absolutely. That's more. That is how you contact us. That is our contact information there. So I would like to say, Tammy, why don't you tell us our salutations today? And thank you for everyone who is just reaching out.
So I just want to leave everybody with this. This is my pink item today. And it says,
Is that a cone? Like a little
yep,
cone?
yep,
Okay.
it says, you're terrific. I want to leave you with that.
Okay. No, you know what she's doing with me? This is my pink for the day, my dress. Oh, it's up.
Your dress is white.
No, it's pink. It's actually
It
like a
is?
baby. It's pink. It's pink. You can't see
Oh,
the light.
well,
This
that
is what
doesn't
I
count.
put on the side. It's actually pink. It's actually
No, it's
pink.
not
Oh,
about you right now, Dianne.
my
It's
lips are
about
pink.
me.
It's about
Oh, your
you.
lips are pink?
My lips
No,
are
I don't wear pink lipstick. I do pink nail polish, but um, no lipstick. But this is my pink thing for the day. You are terrific.
lovely.
Just remember that.
And that's correct. You all are terrific in your skin, in your business, in your relationships, and just continue to be fantastic. And that's all we can say. And our I hope we answered the questions for you, and I hope you got something out of it. So please do, put comments after, and when you catch the replay, please do put comments. So Tammy, why don't you lead us out?
That was it. You're terrific.
Oh, you're terrific. Okay. Well, on that note, I would like to say, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and for it's always fun. Sometimes we get a little crazier, and sometimes the questions have us thinking, what would we do in this point in time? And believe it or not, I could speak for Tammy here. We learn from you because sometimes I have to go and make sure I am the right train of thought when I'm answering these questions. So you have me thinking, you have Tammy thinking, and sometimes you may have another person thinking. I'm pretty sure about that one. But you educate us, and we learn from you just like hopefully you learn from us. So until next time on the Tammy, the real
No questions
questions,
from you.
real answers show with real people, which is Tammy Williams, the fabulous Tammy Williams, and myself, Dianne, saying thank you so much, and please do join us next time. And we hope you'll have a super fantastic day, as Tammy is saying. Ciao, everyone. Bye bye.